All right. Good afternoon, Patriots. This is Alexander with America's Defense Force Talk Show, and we're doing this live off of our militia page. Wanting to make sure y'all can hear me fine, and you can do the live chat as well. Today is a today is a test page, so let me know. Give me a thumbs up or something. Let me know you can hear the live chat. And give me a second here. I'm gonna make a phone call. Make sure they can hear me. It looks like they can hear me. All right, guys. So they ended up having to go down to Best Buy the other day. Geek Squad had to help walk me through it um, for for doing the studio stuff. They ended up setting me up with a decent microphone for talking with. Hopefully the clarity is good. And just want to make sure before we go live for tomorrow's interview live show that everybody can hear me just fine. And anybody wishing to call into the show, our show phone number is area code 208 449 5300. And love to have you guys on my show as well to talk about the different events going on around America, the border invasion. One of the things I'd like to talk about real quick today, I'm not going to take up too much time. To all, first of all, to all you fathers out there, happy Father's Day today, and hope everybody's having a great day. Get out and do some fishing or something with the family. So, but anyways, I'd like to discuss real quick about all these cattle dropping dead out in Kansas. Had a lot of people come out on my Facebook telling me that, oh, this is all from the heat wave. So that's one of the things we're going to discuss on tomorrow's show. Yeah, guys, I would agree with you about a major heat wave catastrophe, except for one problem. So a lot of Kansas had a widespread heat wave. All these cattle that died all at once, that happened in one located area only. So for people to think that thousands of cattle just up and died just like that, these cattle survive the Arizona heat waves, the Texas heat waves. These ranchers don't have thousands of cattle dropping dead. And trust me, guys, out here in the high desert, uh, the Mojave Desert, Arizona Desert, Texas, which is all desert, everywhere that we look at that has extreme temperatures like these states, I mean, you don't see every year people announcing 10,000 cattle dropping dead. I know the news media has tried to say out there that we only lost 3,000 cattle. That's not true, guys. We lost over 10,000 cattle here in America. And that's the count that we have. And if you think about it, again, that's a large amount of cattle. My guess is I'm thinking it had to either be some kind of water poisoning or food poisoning. Um, there had to been something involved here. Cattle don't just drop dead like that. Anybody like to share their opinion on this matter? Feel free to call in or or you can text it out here on live chat as well. Love to hear your opinion on it. So again, the number is 208 449 5300. And looks like we have a caller. Good afternoon.
Good morning, almost afternoon.
Yes, how are you today?
I'm doing good. How are you, Jonathan?
Um, it's going to be a hot day here in the Mojave Desert.
I imagine so.
So, what's your opinion in that on all this mass cattle dying all around the country?
Well, I think what you said about either poisoning the water or food supply or something for them is probably what happened. Um, but there's so much going on in our world that it could be anything. I was reading an article a couple of weeks ago that a lot of countries are tearing down the 4G towers and the 5G towers because of cows dropping dead, you know? So who's to say what really happened? I don't think it was the heat, but I do believe that there's something else going on that they're just not telling us about. Can you imagine if the truth came out about what was really going on, how it would scare a lot of people? And I don't think that they want to put information out there like that because they'd have millions of people scared to death of what's going on, you know?
Well, exactly. I mean, we look at the fact with these 4G and 5G towers, we know that the just amount of radiation alone that these towers put off can definitely kill people. Um, I know a lot of states are trying to discuss about possibly banning the 4G and 5G towers as well. But here in America, God only knows.
Well, that's right. God only knows. You know, we're sitting back here watching all of this stuff happening. And I'm sure there's a lot of patriots out there just shaking their head going, when are we going to stop this mess? Well, you know, I'm not saying that we need to start a revolution or anything like that, but yeah, when are we going to stop it? It's we the people against them. And those are the ones that are destroying America right now, taking away our food, stock market crashing, you know, all of these things happening. And so many people are just sitting back going, oh, well, you know, I guess that's just the way the cookie crumbles. But we have to do something, you know, and I don't know what it is that we're going to do.
Well, and you're exactly right. I mean, the American people have been just sitting back. The patriots, everybody that has complained about what's going on, but yet nothing's being done about it. We've got a corrupt government. We have a corrupt Congress out there that has been trying to see to it that they're keeping the American people silenced as much as they can, and so far they are succeeding at everything they're trying. So
Well, yeah, and they stick together, you know. They have nothing to lose. They've got all the money. They have the control. So what do they have to lose? They're sticking together hardcore. You know, a lot of Americans out there are saying, well, what can I possibly do? And me included, because I don't know what to do. You know, I don't know other than just trying to get the word out to people, you know, who's going to take the first step, you know, in doing something.
well, yeah, and that's a good example. I mean, we take a look at what they're trying to do with Donald Trump right now. They're doing their best to try to find charges they can charge him with. They're trying to make it to where they can impeach him again, even though he's not in office, to make sure he can never again run for president. Anything good that the Republicans have on their side, they're trying to dismantle it as we speak.
Yeah. And you know what? I really feel sorry for President Trump because he's gone through hell these past 6 years. And, you know, he didn't do this just to gain notoriety. You know, he did it because he loves America and wanted to see great things happen here. And we saw great things happen. We had low gas prices. We had, you know, a lot of things going good for our country. You know, fair trade rather than Clinton, what he did in the not so fair trade, you know, with other countries. You know, when does America start taking care of America? We send billions of dollars to other countries. Why? Let them take care of themselves. You know, I feel sorry for them and I feel bad that they're children are dying and women are dying and all these things happening. But shouldn't we take care of our own first?
Well, exactly. We're so busy trying to feed the world that we're not paying attention to our own country, let alone our veterans out there that are sleeping under the bridges all across America. But if you're an illegal that crosses across the border, reality is the federal government will turn around and fund them, give them free housing, free medical, free food. But at the same time, we'll turn our eye to the American people and just totally ignore what's going on here in our country.
Yeah, exactly. And they're bringing on all these illegals here. If cheating wasn't enough of what they did in the 2020 election, now that we all know what the truth is, or a lot of people do, I think that they're letting all these people in just so they can get the votes legally. But still, it's illegal because these people are not American citizens, shouldn't be allowed to vote in anything, but they'll be able to. And so they don't need the Dominion machines anymore. Heck, why need the machines now that we have how many millions that just came across the border since Biden has taken office?
Well, exactly. And the point is, they're wanting to make it to where all these illegals can actually vote. And the American people need to wake up. I mean, this is unconstitutional. It's against the laws of the land. In my book, it's also acts of treason. So, I mean, this is a federal government that's totally out of control that thinks they can make the rules up as they go, and that's not the way it works, guys. So, I mean, the point is, the American people need to stand up. The American people do need to write into Congress and to their senators of their state and question it. Say, what the hell is going on, guys? You know, if it was the Republicans doing this, they would shut us down in a heartbeat. But the but the American patriots, we're just sitting back watching it happen. So,
There's so much information out there, though, John, that they just, the American people, it's like they throw their hands up in the air and go, I give up. I don't know. I don't know what to do. I don't know what to say or anything. And I think that this is their plan, create so much chaos and misinformation that we don't get the truth about anything. And they're laughing at us, you know?
well, they are. I brought this up on the show the other day, you know, and had quite a bit of comments about this matter. I said, I said the American people need to stand together and have a million man peaceful march. And I would go and I do that this march right upon Washington D.C., letting them know this is not going to happen on our watch. But at the same time, a lot of people commented out there saying, "Well, we'd have another January event like we did back when Trump was in office." Well, I'm not telling people to go into the Capitol or anything else, or or even on the steps. I'm saying we need to have a million man march presence with signs up, with people speaking out, voicing their opinion on the matter. And this needs to happen all across the country. I mean, the Democrats are sitting there ordering people to do marches upon our judges, right to their homes. Well, why don't we just take it right to the state, right to the capitals? You know, is it good? It's okay for the Democrats to do it, but not the Republicans? I disagree, guys. I think we should be able to do a million man peaceful march, make make our voices heard, and until you get the news media involved to where they can film such a march and everything else, and they realize that they can't keep the American people silent, it's going to continue the way it's going.
Well, unfortunately, the news stations, will block all of that information because they're on the side of the Democrats, for one. for another thing, they don't want the American people to know. I mean, Trump has thousands and thousands of people at his rallies, and Biden had what, 6 people sitting in a circle?
Yeah,
You
yeah,
know?
yeah. You look at Trump's rally just yesterday. I mean, his rally, I think they said had over 10,000 people and people waiting outside during his rally. That's a lot.
Yeah, that's a lot, but
I mean,
most people don't know it.
yeah, but don't forget, he gets those kind of rallies for a president that was not the favorite president to be elected. I mean, where did we see Biden doing his events where he filled a whole complete stadium? It never happened.
Well, Barack Obama was supposed to be, the best president ever, and he got more votes than Barack Obama. Come on, really?
Yep. Well, and speaking of Barack Obama, I truly believe Barack Obama is actually running the show with Biden.
Oh yeah, he is.
I mean, Biden's just the puppet. Barack Obama's in the background having complete control over his puppet.
Oh yes.
And I think it's between him and Bernie Sanders, to be honest. Everything that Biden is pushing through, and the free this, free that, and the tax inflations. I mean, everything that's crippling America. This is everything that Bernie Sanders wanted as well.
Yeah.
So it's almost like he's playing by the book of Bernie Sanders' book and Biden's book, as well as Barack Obama.
Yeah, exactly.
So
and you know who's the head of all of them? They're all just puppets, and they're all just doing what they're told to do.
Well, they're all bought. They're all bought by money. That's it. I mean, you look at George Soros alone. George Soros funds a lot of these Antifa events and everything else, where Antifa shows up in Portland, Oregon, and bomb. They turn around and use the cocktail bombs on the police departments and go against the patriots. And you never want to see any of those guys arrested. But I guarantee you, the second one patriot does something like that, they're going to hang them.
Yep.
So, well, I just wanted to make sure today's video was loud and clear. Wanting to make sure the microphone's working fine, guys.
Everything sounds pretty good.
And I'm going to keep it short on this end. So stay tuned for tomorrow's broadcast. We'll be doing a live event to where people can call in and chat here right on the show. So until then, guys, Nanette, appreciate you calling in.
No problem. Thank you.
And we'll give this a shot tomorrow and see how it goes.
Sounds good.
All right.
Have a good Father's Day.
All right. You too. All right, guys. Well, God bless all of you. Happy Father's Day again to all you patriots out there. Hope everybody has a great day. This is Alexander out, and we'll talk to you soon.